A microwave mug cake in only a minute and a half? I'm going to show you how right now on The Crummiest. It's happened to all of us. We want cake, but we don't have cake. And you don't want to buy a whole cake, and you don't want to make a whole cake. You've got a mug, but you don't got cake. We're going to fix that right now. So we're going to start by pouring 2 tablespoons of canola oil into a microwave-safe mug. Next, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of whole milk. You can add the liquids first and then the dry ingredients, and I did that the first few times I made this recipe, but for some reason I just started adding the dry ingredients here. So add a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. And then we're going to add a 1/4 cup of regular granulated sugar. And now we're going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Now the first few times I made this, I was using kosher salt. And kosher salt has very big flakes. And about a minute and a half in the microwave is really not enough time to break down such large flakes. So I don't recommend using kosher salt in this recipe. And then we're going to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking powder, and that's going to allow the magic to happen in the microwave. And now is the time for the star of any chocolate cake video, the cocoa powder. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder to our mug. And then I'm going to add a tablespoon of water here. And remember when I said earlier that you could have added all your wet ingredients at the very beginning? We could have just added the water at the beginning too. So using a regular old dinner fork, you're going to stir your batter together until it's nice and smooth and you're sure there's no clumps in it. And then we're going to put that whole thing in the microwave on high for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Alright, now that that's done, you can dig in. You get yourself delicious, hot, possibly molten, chocolate mug cake. Oh, look at how moist and flaky that is. All those crummy texture. That looks delicious. You know what would make it better? If you dropped in a few chocolate chips in the middle of that right before cooking. Now that would be something worthy of sharing with friends. And thanks for watching the crummiest cooking videos on the internet.